All right, hello, my fellow stock market jobbers. Thanks for checking this out. Just want to talk about a little bit about oil and about the myth, which is so pathetically simple that our government wants to lay on us in terms of the war in Ukraine and the Putin price hike. But let's just take a short-term look at oil here. Okay, this is oil 6 months. And one of the things we really focus on now is some price levels are more important than others. For some reason, oil found resistance at the same price it did up here. Okay? There's a lot of times there's resistance at former peaks. So around, I think it's about 93, 94-ish. Notice how oil found a peak here in early October. Well, in early November, it was at the same level. Now let's look down here and get more up to date. Notice how oil has run into resistance around 81.50. Well, it's the same level it ran into resistance in December. It's the same level it ran into resistance here, which I guess is late December, early January. And once again, it's run into it. This is what we call market memory. A level that's important, resistance or support, in this case resistance, can stay intact for a long time. So if you're thinking about investing in any of the oil stocks, ExxonMobil, Conoco, I'd wait. I'd wait because if we don't get through this resistance, oil is going to go down and those stocks will follow. And maybe around this level down here, 76.50, we get a rebound and that's going to be time to buy. But what I want to do is talk about this. Frankly, I think it's really insulting that our president tells us that we have the Putin price hike. Listen, everybody, the war did not cause inflation. Inflation caused the war, okay? Our asinine energy policies, where we cut back on all this oil, caused the war. The Russian government needs oil to be about $68 a barrel in order for it to be profitable. This was the election, okay? Oil was $39 or $39 a barrel. This is the war, okay? The price had almost tripled. The Russian government, with higher oil prices, can afford to pay for a war. So this is not funny. I'm not being political. I'm just being in reality. The American energy policy of cutting back on all our drilling and leasing and so forth has caused oil to triple. The fact that the oil price went up so much gives the Russian government the ability to fund the war. Okay? The war did not cause inflation. Inflation caused the war. And whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, a conservative, a liberal, neutral, it's important to understand that these energy policies that the government has enacted not only have led to war, it's led to famine. So, when you hear this whole like, oh, it's Putin price hike, blah, 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 it's a stupid myth. And you should be insulted that they would think that you're so stupid to believe that. All right, well, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I know this is controversial, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I get upset that people are dying and that there's famines going on around the world because of our asinine energy policies. You know what I mean? There's famine in famine in Africa. They're saying the famine in Afghanistan could be the worst ever. So maybe you think this is controversial. Maybe you don't. I don't care. This is my opinion. If you want to hear more, come back. Let us know what you think at stockmarketjobber.com. And if you think I'm wrong, let me know why. I would be happy to listen to your opinion, and I will be open-minded. And that's it, everybody. Okay, well, thank you. Sorry I couldn't have a more positive message to bring forth, and I typically would laugh right now, but I'm not going to because there are people that are literally dying and starving to death. While, we have someone driving around in a 1967 Corvette, which, by the way, burns a lot of oil. It's not an electric vehicle. Okay, everybody. Thank you. I will talk to you soon.